All right, so First Timothy chapter 6, verse 7 through 10. For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out. And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. Perdition. Correct me if I'm wrong and forgive me. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from their faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Okay. So as you prepare to be that wife before the ring, always pray that God builds your husband with wisdom to know not to love money, but to always put God over money. And it's important for you too, as you prepare to be that wife before the ring, always know not to love money. And if you have found yourself loving money and you haven't repented, the right thing to do is to repent and ask God to forgive you, and don't go back to that same sin. Don't love money. So as you prepare to be that wife before the ring, do not be selfish with your money in a marriage. So if you're selfish now when it comes to your money, when it comes to, you may be in a position where you may see a homeless person and you may just don't want to give to that person, or you might just be like, I don't know if this person really telling the truth, so I'm not about to give this person nothing. But you have it to give, but you decide not to give because you're acting in a selfish way. So that is one thing that you need to work on. And how do you work on that? You go to God in prayer. You ask Jesus, you say, Jesus, you confess your faults of what you have done wrong while you're praying, and ask God to forgive you for that, and pray that that person forgive you. Because we do, it's important to have discernment. As you prepare to be a wife, pray for discernment as well. And discern, ask God, praying about this situation, but you should always want to give cheerfully, regardless. If that person is lying and you still gave it to that person, then that is on that person. But it's between that person and God, because that person may have lied and saying they're poor, homeless, and knowing that they're not really homeless. But you was able to give to that person out of your heart, not grudgingly, but because you're a cheerful giver.